Hi guys, as usual, before we begin, all the necessary links in the video description, all the details on my audio test setup also in the video description, and let's start. So, now the question here is, are the pure silver cables the best possible interconnects? As you know, I've reviewed some XLR and RCA cables in the past, and always somebody commented in the comment section that the recommendation would be to try to use pure silver do-it-yourself cables as ultimate solution. In the meantime, I've read about new Greek company called AST, that stands for Advanced Silver Technology, that produces 6N plus pure solid core silver wires. Their prices are comparable to local jewelry suppliers' prices. Silver is quite expensive here, but they offer incomparable purity level and PTFE coating. Their offer is mainly targeted towards equipment manufacturers, but you can order wires directly too. Cutting long story short, I have a set of XLR interconnects that already got excellent review from IY. The price for that is €60 per meter, and that includes Teflon coating. The braid, the yellow braid on the top is an additional few euro. But basically this is very high purity pure silver cable. What we have here is 0.95 sorry, so almost 1 millimeter in diameter of solid core. It's 6N plus purity with certificates of purity available, and as you can see, we have silver plated Neutric plugs here. I like them and I'm using them on all of my do-it-yourself cables. But you can also go for more expensive WBT connectors or anything else that you like and that you're using on a regular basis in your cables. So let's take a look inside. If you're familiar with Neutric plugs, they are very easy to disassemble, and they are also very high quality when it comes to soldering. Okay, let's remove that one just a little bit. Yeah. So the wires are pure silver and they are just soldered to silver plated XLR connectors. Nothing fancy, just 3 wires, basically just one wire cut to three lengths that are braided together. No fancy shielding, no kind of insulation other than that PTFE that you can see here at the end of the cable, and solder. So very easy to do it on your own. You don't need anything fancy, you just need solder and wire and plugs, and that's it. So how does it sound? How can I describe the sound of something so simple? Let's start with my regular, usual chapters, and the first one is bass. There is an opinion, let's say urban myth running around, that silver cables sound analytical and that they lack bass. Well, apparently guys telling these stories never tried solid core silver. The bass goes very low and it's extremely clean. You can enjoy beautiful textures and detail. That's really hard to get with all other XLRs I own. The lowest notes in Keep Don't Go are pure joy to listen. Guitars in general are a gem with this cable, but more on that later as we move to mid-range. Mid-range, and especially vocals, have creamy, smooth nature, reminding me of my Kane tube amplifier. At the same time, there is excellent amount of detail, just not in your face, but waiting for you in the back. Mids are very musical and very natural, no sibilance whatsoever. I really liked the vocals here, especially the female vocals, due to the screamy and smooth nature of this cable. The cable. Basically 3 wires, stitched together and a set of plugs. Nothing fancy. Now, moving on to treble. Treble, as you would expect from silver, is very open and it's very airy, but it's not dry and it's not analytical. It's very, very smooth, making every sound, every instrument just flow effortlessly. This is another area that I really, really liked. The transparency here is excellent. Now, let's move on to the detail. As I've mentioned earlier, guitars. All strings instruments are great for testing detail and resolution, as you should hear them vibrating with different harmonics. It should be not just one note that you're hearing, but you always should be hearing a set of harmonics, a set of sounds that are creating this vibrating sound of the string. And it's all here. It's all here, every nuance, every detail, every small sound in the back is waiting for you to find it. So the detail level with this cable is excellent, but at the same time, this detail level is not achieved through artificial, let's say, upping the level of the treble. The treble is very neutral, but at the same time, you get tons of detail. Now, as usual, with great detail comes great imaging. The scene here, the scene when I was using this cable, is wide and it's very deep. There's also a lot of height information with natural sized instruments and very precise center image. All the sound sources can be easily pointed out and there is a lot of air between them. But the most interesting thing here, the thing that actually amazed me, and I was able to hear that with my electrostat, is ambience. The size of the place where the recording was made that you can hear and feel with some tracks, like tracks recorded in churches, like choral tracks. This is not exactly detail, this is not exactly imaging, but the very small nuances, the very small bits of information that give you information, that give you the feeling of the place when the recording was made. It's all here and it's excellent. Now, I have to admit that I am a convert now. If I would have to be picky, if I would be forced to point something that could be better here, that would be some bite at the extreme top end. I love the smooth sound this cable delivers, but on some tracks I'd love to have more zing and sharpness at the very top. That's the very, very, very minor gripe, because in all areas of the band, of the frequency band, in detail, in imaging, everything is on the absolute top level. Now, price-wise, it's not cheap, but it's not expensive either. The price level depends on your reference level. If you will compare the sound quality it delivers with other interconnects, then you realize it's actually great value. This really can be the last interconnect that you'll ever need for your system, and I'm serious here. There is also an additional factor of pure fun and satisfaction from making so good cable on your own. You can make it with your hands, and this interconnect cable will mop the floor with expensive cables from recognizable brands. And I know you'll ask here about the Dragons. Is it better than Dragon? No, but it's almost as good as Dragon. The differences are very small and mostly in treble area. The law of diminishing returns works here, with AST silver being significantly cheaper and available for guys in the States too. One more thing worth thinking about. These cables can be repurposed through RCAs, speaker cables, internal amplifier wiring, or internal speaker wiring. So they have a lot more potential uses than just regular interconnects. Actually, if you'll go to the AST silver page, you'll see a selection guide and you'll see the order form. You can see the different diameters they can provide, and the selection guide will give you information about the recommended diameters for different usage scenarios. You would be using thicker cables for speaker cables, etc. And you would be using thinner cables for interconnects. With the thinnest of them, that would be the best solution for phonostage cables. Now, if you get here to the order form, you can actually see all the prices, and it will calculate the total price for you. You can order different diameters, you can also order tubing, you can also order some plugs, and they can make a cable for you if you do not want to solder it on your own. But what's interesting here, and the thought that I like to plant in your head, for all of you that have seen my previous XLR reviews and RCA reviews, well, AudioQuest is using something they call air tubes for their interconnects, from the top of the line interconnects. The air tube means exactly what it sounds like, meaning that you have a wire inside of Teflon tube. Teflon tube means that the actual wire doesn't touch the sides of the tube. So, the theory says that you could solder the new wire from AST, pure 6N+ wire, to the end of silver-plated copper in such a cable, and then you could pull with the pliers the old cable out, pulling the new cable, the new wire in. And I may try to do something like that. So, again, with that quality, with that sound quality, they get my strong recommendation, and they will join Dragons as my reference interconnects that I'll be using in all of my further amplifier and digital to analog converter tests. As I will probably need some more cables, especially RCA ones, I think I will do another video on making such cable on your own, so you can see how easy that actually is. And I've heard from AST that the latest batches are even better than the ones I have here. So I may revisit this review with some more news and some more information. Watch the description of the video, that's under the video, for any news that I may edit there in the future. Again, all the necessary links are in the video description, test system details also in the video description, and I'm more than welcome every every beer that you can buy me to support my channel. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you'll get the opportunity to hear them, because for the price they have no competition really, and they are punching way above the price level. Yeah, so thank you guys. I hope you'll have a wonderful day ahead of you, and thanks to all of you that actually recommended me trying the solid silver, pure solid silver interconnects. Thank you guys. That was a very good, excellent recommendation from you. So, thanks once again, and have a great Sunday. See you next time.